Hi, we're He Sent, She Sent. I'm Tracy.
And I'm Shane.
And we review perfumes and we post videos every Sundays and Thursdays. So in today's video, we will be reviewing 3 fragrances. They're new releases that we got from Sephora. And we got them in travel sizes and we would like to share them with you. So the first one we're going to do is Strawberry Letter by Phlur. 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 I think they're a fairly new brand. So that's the box. It's a 10 ml travel size. And this one surprised me a lot. It surprised me. So it's supposed to be so that's what the bottle looks like. It's supposed to be a fruity floral. And based on the name of it, I was expecting something completely different. And it was like, it doesn't smell the way that it looks or the way that it's described.
What were you expecting?
I was expecting fruity floral. I was expecting playful. Not something serious or deep, but sweet, fruity, playful.
So you don't find
kind of frou-frou-la-la kind of thing. That's what I expected, but that's not what it is. Okay, but let's go through the keynotes first. We have our notes here in front of us. So it's strawberry. There's casse leaf, which is like a light, fruity, woody, like kind of musky sort of aroma, and there's apple blossom. So those are the main notes. Now we've both tried them a few times. We've worn them all day, so we have more. It's you know what it also smells like? It smells like Bath and Body Works body spray that I used to use like years ago. That fruity floral, kind of fragrance. Okay, how did it surprise me? It's actually not as playful to me. It's woody. It has, because of that woody note, makes it a little bit deeper. So what I expected was a shallow fragrance, and what I got was something that was a little bit more serious. So that's why I said, it surprised me. Yeah, what do you think?
My first impression when I tried it, what I got was definitely got the strawberry. Yeah, definitely got the strawberry. Bit woody, it's a bit juicy, sugary, like it's
sweet, is juicy,
sugary, like kind of juicy, like juicy, strawberry, woody. I did find it a bit playful.
Okay.
I did find it a bit playful. It can be a little bit playful, not so much though. But
the opening is playful because it's very fruity.
And fun, yeah. And maybe
it dries down, it got deep because of the woody. It became very woody on my skin.
I still got a little bit of dry down in the like strawberry in the dry down, a little bit, but the wood overpowered it. So
okay. Now for longevity, like I didn't find it lasted very long. I would say even on initial spray, like it's not beast mode. So if you're looking for something that's going to be beast mode, that is going to choke anyone out, this is not it.
That's not it.
I find it to be, it's very pretty. Yeah, I would say pretty. Maybe a different word. I would prefer a different word, but yeah, pretty would work.
I think nothing to really shout about. It's just nice.
Yeah, but I like it. I would get a full bottle of it. It doesn't and that's the only problem. It doesn't last very long. So the few times that I've worn it, like I spread it on me, the first time I was just shocked because I was expecting something fruity and playful, as I said. But for me, from like first spray, it was strawberry and wood. So, I didn't expect the woodiness. And I was like, okay. And maybe like after a few minutes, I completely forgot that I had sprayed it. I couldn't smell it anymore. So that was my experience, but I still like it enough that I kind of, I don't know, like I really like the smell of it that I would want to get a full bottle of it. But then what makes me pause is you spend, well, it's not terribly expensive, but you spend still money for something that is so weak in its performance. So that's what I say. But I find it to be a very unique kind of fragrance, at least in my collection. There's nothing that I have that smelled like it.
Like it, okay.
So it's kind of unique in that way. It doesn't remind me of it. Well, apart from, as I said, the initial spray, it reminds me of a Bath and Body Works body spray. But the dry down, it becomes a little more serious with the woodiness because of the woody notes. But that was my experience. How about yours?
Yeah, same here. As I said earlier, it's nothing to really shout about. It's not something that when you walk in the room, it will overpower anything. But it's just nice, basic. And as you said earlier on, it smelled like something from Bath and Body Works.
Okay.
which is, I definitely...
And would you say it's unisex? Or
more
it
the
leans
dry, yeah.
feminine, masculine?
It
How would
leans
you
the
say?
see, the thing is, the opening leans a bit more feminine, and the dry down
Leans a little bit more masculine
with that word. So
yeah,
that's my thing.
so if you're a man, so if you can bear with that initial opening, it's not too bad.
Or what you can do is, if you like, say you're going out, you can put it on an hour before you go out.
On your clothes or something
or something. Right? And then once it dry down, then you go out.
Okay.
And get away with it. So that's what I think.
Season, occasion, where would you wear it to? Would you wear it? How would you rate it? It's not for you?
Yeah. Not for me.
I couldn't see you wearing that.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Maybe to bed. I could see you wearing that, but I couldn't see you taking it serious enough to be like, yes, it's gonna be my collection.
No.
I agree. And again, when I hear strawberries, what I think is summer. But I find it's actually more suitable for fall, winter. Because again, because of that woodiness, it makes it a little bit deeper. Like it gives it some depth. So it makes it suitable for like this like fall season. It's perfect for like I couldn't see this for spring and summer. So again, that surprised me because I heard strawberry. I'm thinking, oh, fruity floral, spring, summer, or mostly summer. But what I got was a fall fragrance, which is fine because I do love my fall fragrances. So how would you rate it?
Maybe a 4.5.
Oh wow! So that's really not for you.
Not for me. 4.5.
On the scent of it, I would say a 7. But overall, I would give it a 5. Just because on me, it didn't wear long. Like as I said, I even forgot after a while. I forgot that I even put it on. So, but I don't know. I still kind of like it. I would get a full bottle, but I don't know.
Bottle with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Question mark. We'll see. Okay. Next is...
So yeah, coming up next, we have Old Fashioned by Killian. We have the travel size. I'll show you guys what the bottle looks like. This is what the bottle looks like. Nothing like the original bottle, as you guys will see once you look it up. So some of the notes that are in there are wheat absolute, which is soft and warm and grainy. It gives it that grainy aroma, right? And we have Havana essence, cedarwood, which it would give it that balsamic kind of aroma as well. So, again, soft and nice vanilla. I worn it before, so I have some of the, of my thoughts, what I think of first impression when I put it on. So again, we're gonna spray it on, and we'll see Yeah. Wow.
Is that what kind of wow is that?
That kind of wow was the spices just in my face.
Attacking you? Okay.
Yeah. Like it's very spicy, bougie. Yeah, really. Like it's smooth. It gave me that when I wore it for the first time. I dry down and everything. It gave me that sort of back in the days feeling when I used to go around this age of men that used to drink their whiskey and drink their whiskey on the rocks and stuff like that. So,
it's such a, and that's so funny because we both sprayed it. We both, well, he body wore it and I like tested out, on one arm. And I went out and I came back and I asked him, so what do you think about, the new Killian?
Yeah.
And we said the same thing. It reminded us when we were children and the older men would be drinking like it's Christmas time or some kind of celebration, and they're drinking that smell from whatever it was that they were drinking.
Yeah.
So I guess it was whiskey.
Yeah. And that's why these guys
yes.
put down the whiskey.
And another thing that we both agree on, because again he was telling me what his thoughts were. He was comparing it to Angel Share.
Yeah.
And he said that Angel Share is sweeter. And I said, and that's exactly what I thought too, because they smell so similar.
But the Angel
Share is just, it's sweeter.
Sweet. Yeah.
And stickier. Whereas Old Fashioned, it's not dry, but I find it to be a little bit drier. So it's drier and less sweet than Angel Share. But I think like if you have one, you don't need the other.
You don't need the other. I think so as well.
The difference I would say is the first time you wore it, and he wasn't sure initially what his thoughts were, and he put his arms up for me to smell it. And when I smelled it, I was like, well, my first thought was like, oh, it smells very similar to Angel Share. But my other thought was, there's a floral note in here. And he's like, no, he doesn't smell floral. And I said, no, but I'm picking up a floral note. And we decided to look up the notes, and there's the Vanna and the Vanna essence, and that's a floral note. So there is a little bit of like floralness in it, as well as that cinnamon and vanilla because of so as a note Talou balsam it has, and that gives it that like cinnamon, vanilla, florally kind of smell, so along with the Vanna essence.
So but what I find too, even the dry down, it was very woody, and also it's still a little sweet, and with that booziness, that whiskey scent, I still got that right through.
Okay. Yeah.
But the booziness is not over the top.
It's not very,
It's not like, very strong in there, but you get it.
To me, Angel Share is a bit more boozy. We should have probably brought Angel Share to compare.
Yeah.
I think we have Angel Share, don't we?
Yeah.
Yes. In there. To compare what this smells. So this is Angel Share right here.
Right.
And
let's just compare.
Let's do a quick comparison. It's just sweeter.
Yeah, it's just I could.
Cinnamon is so strong in here. Yeah. Angel Share is, and it's starting to dry, so you can.
Let's see.
Angel Share, I find it to be a bit boozier and spicier. So Old Fashioned to me is just a milder version of Angel Share that's not as sweet.
What I find though too, in just smelling them, like this could be more unisex, a little more on the woman side, Angel Share, and this more on the man side. Okay. Yeah.
Even though initially when you were testing that one out, right, and I could pick up the floral notes, and I was like, actually really like Old Fashioned, but because I have Angel Share, like I wouldn't get Old Fashioned full size.
I don't think
because I don't need too boozy like
boozy scents, yeah.
like I just don't need two such similar fragrances in my collection.
Yeah, and especially when the only difference maybe is just one is a little more sweeter than the
The other. And I prefer sweeter fragrances, so I would prefer
you
Angel
just,
Share.
so if you prefer sweeter, then you can Angel Share.
Yes.
If you prefer.
For not a sweeter.
And again, guys, like the bottle, don't it look like, you know, you just have some shot, a shot of whiskey.
The Old Fashioned bottle
and the Old Fashioned
is
bottle
the same bottle.
Is the same.
It's the same bottle.
It's just the name is different. But
Just
yeah,
the name,
it looks like whiskey in a bottle, and you know, you're at the bar having a drink.
Yes.
That's what it looks like. It gives that impression, and it smells that way.
Yes.
So yeah, but I still find it very nice, consistent, and the projection it lasted till the other day, which was very good, very impressive as well. And I would rate it a good 8.5.
8.5.
Definitely.
For Old Fashioned or
Old Fashioned.
8.5.
8.5.
I would say a 7. It's one that if I didn't have Angel Share, I would consider purchasing Old Fashioned. And I say consider because it is not cheap. It's a 50 mil for almost 400 Canadian dollars.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is crazy. So it would have to be like I find it on one of those discounter websites, and in that case I will purchase it. But it's to me what it is, the price doesn't make any sense. So for that reason I won't.
And again, to a stronger point to bring up with that is, with it being so expensive, and you have one that is smelling so similar, just a little bit, one is sweeter, then I don't think you need to, you know, spray on that you know, buy that other one for so much. And
to me, there's it's like if you want to spend all that money on a perfume, you can get such better fragrances out there.
Hands down.
Like
easy.
Especially when, you know, Old Fashioned, Angel Share, they already have like a cheaper version with Lattafa's camera at so much cheaper. So for the price, it would be a big no on a full-size bottle for us. You would agree, right?
Yeah, huge no.
Big no. And not big no. But if you have Angel Share, we don't think you need Old Fashioned.
Yeah.
And if you don't have Angel Share, we still I don't know, that price I just cannot. I cannot sell that one at all.
It's one of those.
Okay.
One of those.
Okay, moving on to the next one is Maison Margiela. This one is Afternoon Delight. If it can come out of the box. So here it is. We're gonna try to put the full bottle, like picture of the full bottle somewhere on the screen.
Yeah.
So now this, we would say, is a warm, creamy, sweet kind of fragrance.
My first impression when it was just creamy, sweet and creamy.
Let me get a new strip.
Yeah, it was sweet and creamy.
Yes. Now, keynotes are Madagascar vanilla, sandalwood, and Madeline Accord. Now, Madeline Accord, what it does is when the vanilla and the sandalwood mixes together, that is what gives the fragrance its creaminess. Like it gives it a rich, creamy smell. And that's what you get.
That definitely.
Yeah.
Like, very creamy. It's a rich, creamy though. Rich.
But there's some other note in here. I don't know what it is that bothers me. It's because I wore it even today and I was driving around and I said there's a note in here that almost makes me nauseous in my stomach. And it brings me back to when I was a child. There was like a kind of syrup that they would give us when we're sick. And it takes me back. It just brings me back to that memory. Not to say it's a terrible perfume, because it does that to me. It doesn't mean it'll do that to you. So if you remove that experience that I have, it's actually a really nice, sweet, warm, cozy fragrance.
I don't know, for some reason I'm smelling coconut in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's creamy.
Right. For some reason I'm
Yes.
smelling coconut in there.
Well, I don't think there's a coconut note in there.
No, I don't, but
Yeah.
maybe something that smells like
coconut when it's all mixed together. Maybe with the mixtures.
Like that, yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, it's still nice. Maintain its creaminess when it dry down.
And I find it doesn't last long, but what lasts long is that nagging smell that I just described.
So what you
what I don't like about it is just that, and I think it's because it's so creamy that it upsets my stomach, which is weird because I usually like it smells like
it's nice,
it just brings me back to there's a medication that they give you when you were little, and it smells like that. It brings me back to like pharmacies back home. That's, I don't know.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
it smells like a pharmacy.
Yeah,
like back home, pharmacies have a smell, or a clinic or a pharmacy.
Right.
That smell back home that those places smell like, that's what it reminds me of. And because of that, but if I can take those memories away,
you're so right.
I think it's a beautiful fragrance. It smells really nice, but I can't get over of those.
Like back home when you walk into the clinic, there's that
smell. Yeah. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was their cleaning products they used to use or just a mixture of all those different medications in the air.
I think that's what it is. A mixture of all these medications in the air. It definitely smells like that.
So for me, that full size would be a no. And I wish I didn't have that memory attached to it.
I get that.
But it doesn't last long as well. It's very light wearing. It does not project. Maybe if they come in for a hug, they can smell you. Or if you move your hands or if you spray it in your hair, you might get a whiff of it. But it doesn't project. It's not beast mode. It doesn't last very long.
So given that you don't like that initial scent that reminds you, how would you rate it?
Well, if for me, I will rate it 1. Wow. But if yes, for me, but if I remove my experience and just treat it, okay, just focus on the fragrance and what the potential of it is, I would say it's a 7.
Okay.
But because I have that, it took me to that place, it's a 1. But if you're someone who doesn't have that same memory of that place, you will smell it and you won't have that tied to it for you, and you'll be able to enjoy it how it should be enjoyed. Right. So that's why. But I think it's something you should get your nose on. It's sweet. It's perfect for the season, that is coming up. Fall, winter time is coming up.
Yeah.
But that's what I would say. And I find it's fully a feminine perfume. I don't find it unisex or masculine. Would you agree?
I agree.
Yes. Okay.
I agree.
Well, there you have it. Okay. Yeah. So let us know if you've tried any of these, what your thoughts are. And do us a favor. If you want to show support for our channel to help our channel grow, please don't forget to
like, share, subscribe. Leave your comments down below. We always like to hear from you guys, and see you guys in the next video.
Bye, guys.